know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today Aquarius, you guys got Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out in reverse, number 9. I feel like this is telling you guys, don't take time out right now. Like, this is not the time to relax. This is not the time to be lazy. This is not the time to get stuck in fear and be stagnant. There's a lot of energy. I mean, I'm doing this read today. It's on the spring equinox, so that makes a lot of sense, right? With spring comes like the blooming of things, right? And I feel like the word restoration came to my mind. So I feel like this could be a really pivotal time for you guys in restoring something, or fixing something, or putting action into something. And I feel like they're saying like, now's not the time to, it's like not the time to rest, basically. And then you have the storks out here, which talk about a transition. So there definitely is a transition going on. And I think this transition, whatever it is, this could be in love, because we have Queen of Cups and 10 of Cups here. So this could be in love, or this could be like leading you towards love, right? Because with all these hearts out here, and also with the brown bear, you see how like there's a paw on his heart. I don't know why I'm saying a him, but whatever. There's a paw on the heart of the bear. And there's a lot of like things going on with emotions. So I'm getting here, maybe this new energy is going to propel you forward in love. Like, maybe this is just a simple love read, but I think it's all encompassing. Like, I think like if you move forward, you'll meet the right person on the way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we know when you're looking for someone, you never find them, right? But like when you're just doing your thing, that's when someone comes to you. So I feel like this is like a message to just do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, just do you. And as you continue moving forward, you will meet that right person. Maybe there is a transition happening in a relationship, like into a higher level of commitment. That could also be like what this is about. But I'm just getting like, it's really important, Aquarius, that you don't take time out, that you like keep going, that you push forward. Right now, maybe the energy's heavy for you. Maybe it feels a little difficult. It's not the time to get bogged down by that energy. So go do yoga, go meditate, go for a run, go outside. If you're feeling like the energy is kind of driving you crazy, but this is not the time to stop. So let's pull more. And also you have a lot of like cards going in ascending order. So you have 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? That's like going up. This is 8, 9, 9. And then this is 10. So you know what I'm saying? We're moving forward when the numbers are ascending. So again, this is a lot about pushing forward, pushing through. So let's pull more, Aquarius. So I think that there is something, Aquarius, that's triggering you at this point. And I think, I don't know what it is that's triggering. We're gonna have to clarify more on this, but something is definitely triggering you right now. And I think like it's affecting you to the point where this is like why you want to take a break. So it's like maybe somebody said something to you. Maybe you saw like, it's reminding me of this girl that I know. She came up to me once. We were like, I was walking around the block and she was like, yeah, you know, I just found out that my ex is getting married, you know, and it's like devastating. And it's like, I think those types of things, like where your emotions are really tied to someone, even if they're from the past, it's like, you know, I could feel why she was upset. Maybe she wasn't over him. Maybe she didn't get the closure that she wanted. Maybe she just assumed they get back together. Whatever it was, it like really triggered her. You know what I mean? She was really upset. And that's kind of the feeling I get with this card. It's like you find out something that you don't really want to know, or something that like bothers you. That's what I'm getting. It bothers you. Like, it's like something maybe you thought you were over. That would piss me off more, right? Like if you thought you were over something and then you hear about a person and it triggers you, right? It's like, fuck, I'm not done with this energy, or this energy is still affecting me. And I think that's the worst thing, right? When you think you've done the healing, when you think you're moving forward, and then that thing comes up and you're like, fuck, I'm not over it. So that could be happening for some of you guys. And it's like, you know, you hear about an ex, or you hear about somebody that you just don't really like, or whatever, and it's kind of bothering you. Or maybe somebody makes a comment and it really bothers you. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point of moving forward? Everybody thinks I'm this, or everybody thinks I'm that. Like, what's the point? But this is the energy you should be careful of, because yes, maybe you will get triggered and maybe something will bother you, but that doesn't mean that you have to stop. Okay, Aquarius, like that doesn't mean like, okay, stop now. Like, it could just be a test along the way. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you have like the Ace of Wands here. So there is like a brand new beginning in a sense. And I feel like it could have a lot to do with love, especially Wand's energy. But you're right now in this energy, King of Pentacle energy, or this could be the person that's affecting you, like this person. Maybe they're an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But it's interesting because you have King and Queen of Cups out here on the board. So I feel like this is the energy that's promised to you, because we have the four. I mean, this card, it's the Four of Swords, but in this deck, it reminds me of divine timing, and it's coming up right next to this King of Cups. So it's like King and Queen of Cups is coming out, a true pair is coming out with divine timing. So I feel like divine timing is at play here, but that's why they're kind of like talking a lot about time here, especially in the meditative session. Time, like, don't take time out, keep going. I feel like something is kind of being worked for you in, you know, not, I mean, it's happening on the 3D, but it's probably happening behind the scenes and you can't see it. But there is a true pair here, right? And there is a 10 of Cups here, and there is an Ace of Wands here. So the energy seems to be really good, honestly. But whatever it is that's triggering you, it's like stopping you in your tracks. You see, like, Maiden in reverse, you're stopping. Six of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this could have to do with an ex or something. Whatever it is, it's triggering you and it's putting you on your ass. And they're like, it's not time to be like sitting down. It's not time to be like stagnant. It's not time to be moping. It's not time to be, you know, doing any of these things that you feel right now. Like, yeah, it's sad that you feel this way. Not sad, but, you know, it's unfortunate, right? It's like, it sucks. It could be, what's the word? It's like it's getting in your way, right? So it's not a block, but it's like, it's not helping. You know what I mean? It's making things like harder, and that sucks. But at the same time, Aquarius, there's so much energy for you. So right now you might feel like the energy is against you, but I'm getting with this. It's like, no, the energy is actually for you. This is inconvenient, but that doesn't mean that the energy right now is not working for you, right? The only one that can stop you in your path is you. You're like, this information is putting me like dead on my tracks. This information is bothering the shit out of me. It's okay. Let it bother you a little bit. Like, don't try to hide it. Don't try to like push it away. Feel it, let it go, and then move forward. It might take some time, but that's okay. We all know what happens when you like don't accept the feeling and you push it away and you push it away and you push it away. It just comes right back, right? I do feel like you have healed enough though. Like, I feel like some of you guys are like questioning if you've healed enough. There's some things that are sore. You know what I mean? There's some things that like, it doesn't matter how many years it's been, it will always be like a sensitive topic. And I think that's what this is, okay? It's like a sensitive topic. It's something that doesn't like make you feel good, but it's not something that has the ability to stop you, but only if you allow it will it stop you, okay? Yeah, it could have to do with an ex, but then you have a true pair situation coming up. And I feel like right now you're just feeling very insecure. You're feeling very unstable. I kind of feel like this is you, King of Earth in reverse, or this is the ex. Whoever this is, I think, like, they're not supposed to stop you. I want to pull more on this King of Pentacles. I don't know if that's the person that's like been on your mind or if that's like the energy that you're in. It could be both, honestly. Like, you're feeling insecure, you're feeling unstable, and you don't want to move forward, but you have a death and rebirth here, which I feel like means you're going to heal from this no matter what. Like, maybe this was the last straw. Like, maybe this is the last thing that you needed to hear, but it's the best thing because now it pushes you forward even more. It's kind of like, you know, they say like women when they go through breakups, they like do these amazing things, you know, like they like get crazy jobs and they push forward really hard. And it's like, it's kind of reminding me of that. It's like maybe a lot of you guys, you're not seeing like how much this could actually push you forward because you're just focusing on the negatives. Or you're focusing on like one aspect of the energy, but it's like multi-dimensional, right? Like, yeah, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, like, it could propel you forward. Like, you could use this information to your advantage, basically. You could use this like shit that's bothering you to your advantage. That's what I'm getting. What's triggering you? Whoa. It could be like somebody, again, I could be an ex, because I've got 8 of Cups in reverse, like maybe somebody that you didn't really want to walk away from, but you kind of were forced to. Maybe somebody that you wanted to put work in with, but they didn't want to put work in with you. Like, you know, there's that energy here. There's this energy of like, you could be But that's the thing, you could be victorious with this energy still here. It's like, use it to your advantage. Don't let it be something that blocks you. It could be used to your advantage. It's hard though. It's hard to use this to your advantage. It takes like a skilled person to get this negative energy thrown at you. It's kind of like if you're weak, right? If your vessel is weak, if your aura is weak, if you're weak, and somebody throws negative energy at you, it's gonna go right through you, and you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna affect you, and you're gonna be put on your ass, and you're not going anywhere because that negative energy just got sent to you, and you didn't like. You're like integrating it, right? But there's other types of people who can take the negative and just like throw it right back. You know what I mean? And this is kind of that energy of like throwing it right back to them. You don't have to send it to them directly. You can just send it back out to the universe. But it's like, no, not today. Like, this is not going to me. Hell no. And that's like what I think they're trying to say with the Six of Wands here. It's like whatever it is could actually be used to your advantage, which I was kind of getting. It could be about love because we have the Eight of Cups in reverse or something that like you'd... Again, I think it's more of an energy of like you thought that this was over and you thought it was done with Eight of Cups, but it's in reverse. So it's like, oh, it's still here. Great. But remember, like, think of a scar, right? Like, you get a big ass cut and the scar always is there, right? The scar doesn't really go away. And that's kind of how I feel like this situation is. It's never going to go away, but it's not there anymore. It's not hurting. It's not something that's like, if I hit you on the scar, it's not going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? But like, you might flinch because you're like, oh my God, like you're so used to flinching because you had a cut there for so long, but the cut's not there anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? The scar is there. It's not even a scab. The scar is there, but the actual injury is gone. You know what I'm saying? All right, I think this is about an ex. Yeah, I think like this King of Pentacles is an ex who made a decision to maybe let you go, and it like broke your heart, right? Like I'm kind of getting ex vibes with this, to be honest, because we have Three of Swords in the middle of this. But I'm getting what hurts more is like this person might be moving on, and it's like they have a chance at a new beginning. Let's just say like it's reminding me of that girl who like their person is like getting married and they find out they're getting married. I feel like that's kind of the deal here. Like this person might be setting out on a new beginning. And it's kind of like, imagine you date someone when they're really toxic and then they become really healthy and you see how good they're treating somebody. And you're like, wow, when we were together, they treated me like shit. Do you know what I'm saying? That makes you feel kind of sad because it's like, why couldn't they do that for me? But I'm getting like this person, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, if they've like had an awakening, if they've had a death and rebirth, whatever it is, I feel like telling you guys that for some reason, I don't think this person was supposed to choose you. Like not really. Like Ace of Swords with the Lovers in reverse is like, yeah, they made a decision and they made the right one. Not because like you're not worthy of them or anything like that, but because like I think the truth here is like whatever decision they made was the right decision. And maybe that hurts you to know like they're not choosing you. Maybe like they're going on to a new beginning and they're going somewhere else and they're not choosing you. And I think that bothers you. Or like they're very healthy now and that bothers you. It's like, how are they so healthy? Like, oh, now they want to get off on a new beginning. It's like somebody gets a divorce and then they don't hit you up. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wow, like you're going to go date somebody else. You know what? Like, I think that's for a reason because you have a true pair here. You see what I'm saying? Like there is a true pair here and it's not them. So as much as you think that you're this person's soulmate, like maybe you were in a different timeline, but maybe you guys are on new timelines. Like this divine timing card also talks about timelines. And it's like, if you're not on the same timeline with this person, you're not going to match or align with them. So it's like, maybe you're not on the same timeline as this person. And I think you would go, like if this person affects your energy so much, I feel like you're like, well, I'll go onto their timeline. Like, I'll go low vibe for them. Like, and that's a desperate energy that you need to really, like, rid yourself of. You know what I mean? That's that triggering energy that's like, well, what did I do? Or like, wow, I guess I wasn't enough. And like, it's not true, Aquarius. It's definitely not true. The issue here is not anything to do with you. There is actually no issue here. I think it's just a triggering thing, but there's no issue here. Let them go. The truth is, like, I feel like you have somebody here. You have somebody else here. So maybe this is going to be a big shedding for you guys. Like, you know, this is going to enable you to finally let this person go. Like you had let them go, but now it's like 100% you're letting them go. Do you know what I'm saying? You have 2 aces here. So there's definitely this new beginning that you're supposed to be on. And I definitely feel like this is the pair here. If anything, this is the pair, the water. And you would want this pair, right? Because water energy is like deep. You know what I mean? It's deep love. It's not like superficial. It's something that like this person won't want to let you go and you won't want to let them go. And you'll never have the problem that you had with this other person, it seems, where they were unstable or they were insecure and they were dealing with a lot of bullshit. Like, I mean, they're coming up in reverse. It could be because they're absent, or it could just be like they were actually in a bad energy. But you have the chance for a 10 of Cups. So it's like, don't look at like what you're missing out on. Look at what you have coming for you. And maybe you don't see this person right now, but I definitely think this past person, they're not supposed to be with you. They're not. They've only caused you heartache. And I think it's just hard sometimes to go, even if you have a lot of love for each other, maybe this just was not meant to be. And I think it could be good. Like maybe this person was toxic in the past and you'll never truly forgive them for what they did. Or maybe they're still toxic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we don't know, but like, do you really want to know? Like, do you really want to know how they're doing? Do you really want to find out if they're better? Do you really want to find out if they're still toxic? When you have a true pair here in Cup energy, like I wouldn't. I would honestly place my bets on somebody new. And I know that sucks because we get attached to people, but I don't think. Let's pull a little bit more on the past person because I just feel like maybe they're still toxic and that'll help you move on. But again, it's just like, shouldn't matter. You should want them to be healthy, you know what I mean? And still be able to let them go. That would just tell me that you guys are you guys are in a healthy state, right? Yeah, it's coming from you. You have expectations of them. And now that like this isn't working because they're kind of going in a different path, you're like, fuck, I had expectations. And maybe you didn't even realize you had expectations, but now you realize that you do. And you're like, oh my God, like how could I still be wanting this person? It's because you consider them a gift. You really care about this person. I don't think you want anything bad for them. I think you just really do have like a lot of love for this person, and I understand that. But I feel like the tarot is saying, like with the Ace of Swords and the Lovers in reverse, the truth is like this is not meant to be. And I think it's for a good thing because you have the King of Water here. And this is your true pair. I know it's hard to say that because like I see how you think about this person. You have home with gift. Like you feel like they're your home. Maybe you feel like maybe you wanted to live with this person and you lived with them at one point, but you feel like they're like a gift. You know what I mean? So it's the fact that I'm getting like this is your person though. I'm sorry. Like I'm getting this is your person. I'm not even sorry. I feel bad because like it's not what you expected. So you're kind of, that's what's triggering you. It's not what you expected, but at the same time, or you expected to be over them and you're not. But this is your person, which is like why it's funny because you actually have someone else here. Who's this King of Water? Give me a card for this King of Water. Exactly. Look at this. You have another pathway opening up for you. This is like something that takes years to get to. Also, like the pathway doesn't appear. It's something that happens, it takes like at least 2 years, I hear. I remember this is at least 2 years to get down this path. So that's what, you've been held up and held back by this person for so long. And like, even if you feel like you're not over them, even if you feel triggered, it still is this way. It still is this new person. Pathway's here. My God, you have to take this pathway. This is like the more beautiful path. Trust me, this is the better path. I promise you. Yeah, look, Hierophant, like relationships, marriage, tradition, like this is the pathway for you. And you guys are like fixating on the past or an ex, and it's like not time for that shit, okay? You have a decision with the Two of Wands, and it's not time to sit back. Exactly, Hangman in reverse is like, this is not the time to sit back. This is not the time to like, wait, this is not that time, trust me. Yeah, let the past be the past, guys. You have somebody new here. Take the new path, okay? Let's put you guys some advice. And I was like, oh my God. I knew what you got once I saw it right away. So you have Kali at the bottom. You have to cut something out. We all know what that is here. And then we have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. I think they're saying be curious. Like, be curious about this new person. Be curious about this pathway. This is what you should be fixating on. Like, what's to come? What's down this pathway that took years for me to get? That the divine is leading me with butterflies. Like, literally, like, they're leading you down this pathway. They want you to take this pathway. There is 2 paths here, whether you see it right now or not. And it's like, do I fixate on the past? Do I get in bed and get depressed and like eat a tub of ice cream? Don't worry, you don't have to feel bad. I'm like in that mode right now, to be honest. I'm in the mode of like, I just want to be in bed. I understand like when things don't go according to plan or things, I understand the expectations. There's a song by Lana, and it's called Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a Woman Like Me. It's like a huge title. Like it's like the longest title. I think that's like actually the title. Hope is a dangerous thing for a woman like me. I understand that like when you have hope that maybe something could happen with a person, or you have like that little, like even if it's 1%, and that's why Lana says it's a dangerous thing. Like that, even that 1% for me is enough to hold me off like an entire lifetime. Do you know what I'm saying? You should listen to the song. I mean, it's kind of sad, but like that's what I'm getting with this expectation card. Like you had this 1% of hope, and even though it was 1% for you with like your loyalty and the way you are, it means a lot to you. Do you know what I'm saying? And I understand what you expected here, but I think they want you to be curious about what's to come. And I know it hurts. Like, I feel like maybe, oh my God, I didn't even realize this, but like, look, the same butterfly is on her hand. I was literally like feeling like crying, and then all of a sudden I saw this butterfly. I'm like, oh my God, look, the butterflies are the same. So yeah, I really think they're trying so hard to lead you down a new pathway. And I think it's really difficult because of your expectations and hope. But they want you to release the suffering. They want you to release whatever it is that you're feeling, because there's so much more to come. You know what I mean? And again, I think your true pair lies elsewhere. So that's what I'm getting, guys, okay? I love you, Aquarius. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.